And we are back. Raiders franchise. In the last episode, we won against the Chiefs, who we ended up winning 31-27. In this episode, we're playing the Buccaneers, which I kind of already played, but EA was not a very big fan of this game. 7 times, could not get a fair result any of them. So we'll see if this one actually makes the episode. There was nothing to really talk about. It was only the storylines for the rookies that we've been getting with Matt Royster the whole time for some reason. But I'm gonna quickly check the injury report. I don't remember anything. We're down Jacob Bobenmoyer, our long snappers, as well as Jonah Lelu, Dylan Parham, and Darian Porter. Dylan Parham, the only one with a long-term injury. Everyone else will be back for Week 18. They are going to be without Graham Barton, their center, and Donovan Wilson, their safety. So, huge chance to take advantage of that O-line for us. See if we're able to get done. Last thing we're going to do is just go ahead and check the roster, make sure it's all good. Looks pretty good to me. We're going to quickly put Monte Linton up to receiver 5. Sorry, Sterling Shepard. And yeah, I think that's good. Yep. All right. Without further ado, hop right in. Big game for us. Let me actually show off the standings. If we look at the standings, it's actually over here. We're 8-7. That's tied for the 6th seed with Pittsburgh, Browns at the 7th seed. You got Kansas City at the 11th seed. You got the Patriots at the 12th seed at 7 and 8. So teams, well, 6 through 11 are all tied, and I'd say teams 5 through 12 are still fighting for a playoff spot. Granted, yes, these 6 and 9 teams technically still have a chance, but if we're being realistic, they ain't making it. Without further ado, we're going to edit our uniforms. To be honest, I barely notice a difference in this stuff. The Raiders do not have any. True, with it being Sunday night, we're going to rock the color rush white out. And they can rock the all black. Sure, I don't care. I don't really do this kind of stuff. I probably should have just given them red, but it's whatever. It's going to be weird watching a black team that isn't the Raiders playing home in Las Vegas. But we're here for it. Looks like they're going to get the ball first. And Pittsburgh, one of the teams we needed to lose, they already lost 28-20 to the Falcons, so huge chance for that. Bird and inches. And they go 60-yard touchdown. Oh my goodness, Bucky Irving, 60 yards. Let's see how we can respond, apparently, because that's a pretty good start. Jack Betts for 9 yards. That's a pretty good start. Followed by an incomplete pass with Chick McCullough getting injured. Genty picks up the first down. Betts for another 13 yards. He's already up past like 25 yards, close to it. Genty picking up the first down there. Devontae Turpin getting out there, only a yard, but not going to complain. Bird and long now. Jack Betts, first down. Then Betts drops it. Followed by a 6-yard pickup for Betts. Trey Tucker, 5 yards and a first down. 7 yards for Brock Bowers if we look at the play history. We're in the red zone. I was going to back out, but Was not fast enough for the Michael Mayer play, so fortunately we missed that. It's going to be play action complete to Bowers, just short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1. I don't agree with that spot. I thought he was a lot closer than he appeared to be. Geno Smith, quarterback, sneaks for the first down, which brings up 1st and goal. Handoff, that is Cavante Turpin. And we score a touchdown, and that will most likely tie the game. We'll have to see how the extra point goes. And it's good, so yeah, tie ball game. 7 apiece, both teams scoring their opening drive touchdowns. Backup center Will Putman committing a penalty, followed by Jonathan Culp committing a penalty, so they get the benefit from that. Bucky Irving and Chris Godwin combining for big plays. 6 yards to Mike Evans. Bills beat the Chiefs, so Kansas City now on the ropes for elimination. 2nd and 10. 22 yards to Chris Godwin. They're down to the 13. That will do it for the quarter. They are in the red zone. So we're going to go ahead and watch in slow-mo. Little end of the quarter graphic pan around the stadium. First and 10 now from the 13-yard line. And Baker just throws it away. Tried to hit the screen pass, but great coverage there. 2nd and 10 now. And off. Not going anywhere. Only 1 yard for Bucky Irving. 3rd and 9. Need to get to 2.5 for a first down. A low snap. Bakerfield to find a plenty of time. And he's going to dump it down. Not able to make anything happen there. 4th and 6. Going to see a field goal attempt here. Really great job by the Raiders secondary there. Pass rush wasn't doing anything, but able to stay on coverage, not allow anything to open up. Jaguars win 20-13 over the Texans. Texans now at risk of being out. Kalijah Kancey gets injured on the play. Genty back-to-back plays. But make that 3 in a row. He has, 22 yards now out of those 3 plays. Jack Betch for 8 yards, bring up 2nd and 2. 8 yards to Mario Douglas. 9 yards for Genty, 2nd and 1. 19 yards, Brock Bowers. 49ers beat Chargers 35-28. That's huge for us as we have the tiebreaker over the Chargers. The only team in our division we don't have the tiebreaker over is the Broncos. We went 4-2 in the division, sweeping both the Chiefs and Chargers, but losing both to the Broncos. Loss of a yard there for Ashton Genty. Justice Hill is in the game now. Going to call his number. He's going to be just shy of the first down. We're actually going to take a look at this. Very close. Gets hit, falls forward. Oh, yeah, that knee is down about half a yard shy. So 3rd and goal. 14-10 Rams win over the Broncos. It does not matter. We cannot pass the Broncos. The only way that could somehow happen is if the Chargers, us, and the Broncos have the same record, and the Chargers have the tiebreaker over the Broncos, and then it'll create some crazy tie-breaking scenario. But extra points good. We quarterback sneaked it in. 14-10 we lead. Eight yards there to Bucky Irving. Incomplete pass. Cardinals upset the Seahawks. That could have some playoff implications for the Seahawks. Cardinals probably not going to make it, but Mike Evans gets injured on that play. That is huge. 4 yards for Irving. 5 yards to Irving. Through the air that time. And a penalty, so automatic first down. 6 yards for Irving. 7 yards to Emeka Ibuka there in the red zone. Bengals win 35-31 with all the teams losing today, even Cincinnati being at now 7-9. They aren't out of it. I mean, there is a world where they could make it. It's a very unlikely world, but I mean, a world nonetheless. 2nd and 7 now from the 11. With under 4 minutes to go, we're probably just going to watch the rest of the half play out. Tried to hit K-Dot in there. Jeremy Chin on the coverage. Maybe he just threw it away as well. Who knows? But 3rd and 7 now. Mayfield is going to throw over the middle. Incomplete. Matt Royster on coverage there. Chris Godwin the intended target. And we're going to see a field goal attempt. Shorter than an extra point. 28-yarder is good. An extra point, I believe, is 33 yards, so 5 yards shorter than normal. Good-ish block. Only return up to the 24, however. 3 minutes, 43 seconds to go. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts, as well as the 2-minute warning as well. Starting off with a carry to Ashton Genty, able to get about 8 yards up to the 32. Brings up 2nd and 2. Antoine Winfield, the safety on the tackle. Gonna go Genty again. Good carry up past the 45 to the 48-yard line. First down. Takes us inside 3 minutes. And they're going to call Justice Hill, and another good run down to the 37-yard line. Enemy territory. That's another first down. And Gino's going to be sacked. Just Cervokia Dennis. What a name. Takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just held on to the ball too long. Ashton Genty forced to be a blocker. I mean, hard to really expect anything to go well there. 2nd and 18 now. And that's complete to Mario Douglas up to the 31. Not a first down, but brings up 30 manageable. Not to mention, puts us in field goal range. And wide open is Brock Bowers. He's down to the 7-yard line. And we have an injury timeout. I believe that's Kalijah Cansey. He got injured earlier in the game. That is not. Who is that? McDonald the 4th? It's not Will McDonald. He's white. Let's see who that is. We can just look at like this. It is Will McDonald. Am I thinking of the wrong Raider or the wrong Jets defender? It's gonna be quarterback keeper for Geno Smith, goes nowhere.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bucs 8-yard line.
I don't know why I thought Will McDonald was white. I'm sure I'm confusing it with someone because there's no way.
Complete to number 0. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Oh, I'm getting him confused with Lucas Van Ness. I'm sorry, the Packers edge rusher. That is, I'm so stupid. I was thinking to the draft class. I remember the trade. That's where I was getting confused. Brock Bowers with a touchdown there. I don't know how I'm getting that confused. I mean, they're both green, but completely different teams. Like, even though, yeah, the trade happened, but that was before the draft. Whatever.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Buccaneers 13.
21-13. They have a minute 10. No timeouts remaining, however, so whatever they do, they gotta be fast. Gotta hope they either get, big chunk plays or out of bounds.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And that's incomplete. Mike Evans attended target, but falls
It's
incomplete.
now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Pass complete to Chris Godwin up to the 41. First down. Clock's going to keep running, however.
Gain of 17 yards. Complete to Chris Godwin. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that's complete. Mike Evans, but does not get out of bounds.
11 more yards. That's another Buccaneers first down.
And that's complete to Emeka Ibuka. First down to the 36er in field goal range, but no timeout, so gotta be careful what they call here.
A gain of 12 yards.
And Mayfield gets sacked, and do they have enough time? They do not. What a play. We get the pressure. Gonna take a look at the halftime report. We lead by a 21-13, plus we get balls our second half. It's gonna be Joe Burrow. That's gonna be complete. And he's gonna go to distance. Traylon Burks, I believe. 35-31. Bengals get the win, keeps their playoff hopes alive. And it's going to be Murray. And gets into the end zone. 26-17. What a move there. Number 27 not going to give us a name. That's okay, I guess. Finally, Lions and Titans. It's going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. Able to make a man miss. What a move. Brace another tackle. Brace another tackle. Brace a none. Oh my goodness. Covered in butter, apparently. Key highlights here. Ashton Genty, what a move there. Jamel Dean falls down. Brock Bowers getting into the end zone. Can't forget Bucky Irving's 60-yard touchdown, but I guess we don't get to see that one because it was not highlight. But Chris Godwin and Jack Beck both doing really well in the receiving game. Bucky Irving already over 100 yards. Granted, more than half of that on one play. No return for us, so we're going to start at the 30-yard line. Starting us off with a 7-yard carry is Ashton Genty. Followed by 2 yards, third and inches. 29 yards to Mario Douglas, first down. What a play call. 5 yards to Cavante Turpin. 3 yards for Genty, third and short. Incomplete pass, 4th and 2. Let's see. We kicked the field goal. That's a smart move. Go up 2 scores. First and 10. Max Crosby gets there for the sack. 10 yards to Chris Godwin, third and 7 now. Incomplete pass. And it's punted at the 7. Bryce Hall knocks it down, so no return. Geno Smith scrambles for 6. Genty runs for 4, third and 1. 5 yards for Geno. The Browns win 2014 over the Dolphins. That's huge for the Browns. They were the 7th seed going into this week, so keeping their hopes. We have not thrown the ball at all this drive. We have ran it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row. First time we pass it goes incomplete. Second time, though, Trey Tucker for 11 and a first. Justice Hill, 10 yards through the air. Then Alex Kappa going to commit a penalty, bring us back 10. Dylan Aubie gets a carry. Tyke Smith gets injured. Antoine Winfield knocks that one away. Third and 16. 11 yards to Mario Douglas. Not a first down, but field goal range. We lead 27-13 now. 14 points. getting close to quarter number 4. We have not had to hop in at all yet this half. 9 yards for Evans, 3rd and 1. 4 yards to Godwin, first down. No one's gone to the red zone or close enough for me, really. Buggy Irving back-to-back pickups. Chris Godwin, 3rd and inches. Irving for the first down. Another 2 yards for Irving. Penalty on Devin Lacey, the guard. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 13. Sack. We're going to go ahead and hop in slow-mo, see what they do on 4th down. They go for it or kick a field goal,
Cameron
punt. They're going
Johnston
to
in
punt.
punt formation.
It is about a 60-61 yarder. So I don't blame them too much. Looks like a good one.
The
I
Raiders
mean,
take over
out
first
at the
and
19,
10
not
at their own
best, but definitely
19-yard
not going to
line.
complain. I'm surprised with them, though. They at least attempt a field goal. I understand, going for it when it's, 20 yards it was? We're going to go 3 and out. So maybe it was a smart move. They needed to stop. They got the stop. Incomplete pass by Royster. Or, excuse me, Royster makes the incomplete pass, causes it. 12 yards to Ibuka, 14 yards to Godwin. Incomplete pass by Mayfield. And Matt Royster intercepts, and that's probably going to be the dagger. Never mind. We're not in field goal range. 3rd and 11. Big 3rd down here. 10 yards to Brock Bowers. Do we go for it on 4th down? And it gets blocked. Oh my goodness. They just got saved by that. Jonathan Kolb gets the sack. 2nd and 17. Kobe Dean gets a sack. 3rd and 27. 4th and 19. Game on the line. 27 yards to Mike Evans. 6 yards to Mike Evans. 2nd and 4. Okay, first down to the 28. We're going to go ahead and watch the rest of this game in slow-mo. Under 3 minutes to go now. Mayfield complete. That's Cade Otten. 4-yard pickup. Clock keeps running, however.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Try a little screen pass. Chris Godwin's still going somehow. Only gets 2 yards. That chews a lot of clock for only a 2-yard pickup.
Complete to Chris Godwin.
3rd and 4 now.
A 2-yard gain
2.5
on
minutes to go.
and it's 3rd down.
Mike Evans up to the 14. That's a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Buccaneers first down. A gain of 7. First down, Buccaneers.
And off to Bucky Irving. That's a smart call. Probably going to be the final play before the 2-minute warning. So set yourself up in a good spot. Well, hold on. Unable to get the snap off. 2-minute warning.
At the 6-yard line.
2nd and 2 now from the 6. They need the touchdowns. They can't take field goals. All 3 timeouts to go. This game is far from over. Play action. Mayfield. Incomplete. Great coverage there. Tough catch for Jalen McMillan. And it was Eric Stokes on the coverage. And that's complete first down to the 2, Bucky Irving. Clock keeps running.
4 yards. And a first down.
And touchdown. Cade Otten. And they're going to go for 2. That's a smart move. Try and make it a 6-point game. You have 2 chances regardless, in your mind, because, you had to get the stop and then score a touchdown regardless, so. And it's intercepted. And he's going to run it out. And this could be a disaster. If this is returned all the way, which it looks like it's going to be 2 scores. And it's good. Not the way they probably would have liked, but Eric Stokes takes it the distance. Now 10 points. You now need to score multiple times. And a great recovery there. Dante Fortin. So first down is going to end it. That was the worst thing that could have happened. Even if you failed a 2-point conversion, it's fine, but taking it back the other way causes it to be a 2-score game. 8 yards for Ashton Genty. That puts him over 100,
Genty,
averaging
the ball carrier.
over 5 a
He's taken
carry.
down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second
And
and 2.
Genty, again, big hole. And he might go to distance. Never mind. Trail down at the 12. First down. That's going to end the game.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Raider
And we're going to keep playing, though. Complete to Jack Betch. Second and 6
4
now.
yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 8-yard line.
And this one's going to be complete to Michael Mayer. We're going to score again at insult to injury. Huge extra point here, though. Makes it 3 scores. So even on the off chance Buccaneers can pull a miracle, I think 3 scores is just a bit too unrealistic.
That's the score. Raiders 36, Buccaneers 19.
And that is going to be the dagger. We'll watch the kickoff, but after that, we're going to go into fast mode.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Chris Godwin, second in the league in receiving touchdowns at 15, only trails Brandon Ayuk, who has 16. And we are going to win this one 36-19. Looking at the stats, Geno Smith 24 for 30, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception, played a perfect game. Rushing, Genty 6 yards a carry, 20 for 125. Geno Smith 6 for 14 and a touchdown. Justice Hill 4 for 30. Turpin 2 for 6 and a touchdown. Dylan Lobby 4 yards off of 1 carry. Receiving, Brock Bowers leads the way 6 for 68 and a touchdown. Jack Betch 6 for 50. Demario Douglas 4 for 62. 2 for 16 for Trey Tucker. 2 for 8 for Turpin. 1 for 8 for Michael Mayer and a touchdown, 1 for 9 for Fortin, 1 for 10 for Hill, and 1 for 2 for Genty. Blocking, only 1 sack allowed, and that's by the running back, so we can't even be mad. Royster with 11 total tackles and the interception. Jeremy Chin, 9, 8 for Tyree Wilson and Kobe Dean. Only 1 tackle for loss, and that was Christopher Smith. We get Christopher Smith, Jonathan Culp, Jared Frazier, all of a sack, half a sack for Max Crosby, Tyree Wilson, Kobe Dean, and Eric Stokes. With the interception going to Matt Royster, we also had Eric Stokes pick off the 2-point conversion and take it a distance that unfortunately doesn't count towards stats. 2 for 3 on field goals, the one being missed got blocked, so we can't fault him too much. Punting, 60 yards average, only had to punt 1 time. Beautiful game. Offense, defense, special teams, coaching, the fans. Causing that home, or excuse me, that away game environment for the Buccaneers. Just great game. As we do the weekly recap, we're going to probably start off our game, of course, see what highlight they give. Buccaneers Raiders, it's going to be Geno Smith, complete to Michael Mayer. Going to dive in, and that's a touchdown. We win. Improved to 9-7. We're going to have a winning record no matter what, but playoffs, well, they are not confirmed yet. Next, we have the Eagles and the Panthers, huge one. It's going to be Saquon Barkley makes a man miss, and he's going to get in 28-24. Eagles, they were probably in a good spot regardless, but now the Panthers dropped to 8-8. Playoff hopes, if they're even still alive now, hanging on by a thread. Finally, 49ers and Chargers. It's going to be Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get to the edge, and no one in front of him. That reminder was, but he makes a miss. 35-28. 49ers win that one. Purdy thrown for 4 touchdowns. Herbert thrown for 3. But unfortunately for Herbert, even though he threw 3 touchdowns and nearly 300 yards, was not enough. Defense could not get them a break. As we're going to advance to next week with Week 18 being against the 5-11 Jets. Boy, oh boy, we sit at the 6th seed. So if it ended today, we're in. We're tied with the Browns who have the 5 seed, the us at the 6, Chargers at the 7, Chiefs at the 8. So if you have 8 wins, or yes, 8 wins, you are still alive. If not, you are done. So New England, they lost their game, so they're eliminated. Bengals, even though they won, eliminated. So it's up to Tennessee and Kansas City now, are the only in Pittsburgh. So 6 teams compete for the final 3 spots. All of the divisions locked up. Technically, Denver hasn't locked it up, but it's going to be an absolute miracle if they don't. Some crazy tiebreaker coincidence, or not coincidence, scenario. This wouldn't really be a coincidence. Would need to go on if they beat Kansas City or one of us lose, whether it's Chargers losing or us losing, or excuse me, they need to win or they need the Chargers to lose, and they're fine. That's their situation. Chargers need to win, Broncos to lose, and us to lose. So there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed. I did. Week 18, winning in. We have our spot. We just have to win. See you guys next time. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.